Well, right now we're joined by Assemblyman Travis Allen. He's a Republican from Huntington Beach, and Assemblyman Allen has served in the California legislature for 5 years, and he recently kicked off a campaign for governor, and you have declared victory in a fight against a new state tax on gasoline.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me on.
So tell me about this whole fight against the tax increase.
So the story is I've been in the California legislature for the last 5 years, and Jerry Brown passed this very large gas tax. It's going to generate $52 billion over the next 10 years. And what it means to all of us is it's 12 cents per gallon of gas every time you fill up your car starting on November 1st. So if you have a 20-gallon tank, that's about $2.50 every time you go to the gas station, which is a big deal. Now, there's another part, which is your car registration goes up by up to $175 on January 1st. Now, the problem is as we know, we have terrible traffic in California. Actually, the worst in the nation traffic is right here in Los Angeles County. The problem is not $1 of this $52 billion will go towards expanding freeways anywhere in California, because written into this law is something called the road diet, which means they can't spend any of this money to expand any freeways. So the same traffic we're sitting in today, we will be sitting in, after November 1st. We're just going to pay a lot more for it.
Wow. Okay. Now, I understand that one of your main issues with the bill is the title. Explain that to me.
So what happened was as a legislator, I voted against this tax because I didn't think that it was going to the right place to actually expand our freeways. As it's written today, only 70% of the money will actually go toward fixing our potholes, which is a good start, but it doesn't help our traffic. And I thought that the California voters should have a chance to decide if they want a tax or not. Jerry Brown actually promised this when he was elected in 2010. He said no new taxes without voter approval. So I put out a ballot initiative, and it's the repeal of the gas tax. It actually gives the California voters the chance to decide if they want to raise their taxes. Now, when I put this through the Attorney General, he came back with a title and summary, and that's what you see when you sign your petition in front of the grocery store or in your ballot booth. Now, this title and summary was so misleading, it was so prejudicial, it didn't even mention the word tax or fee. So I took him to a Superior Court. And about 3 weeks ago, we just beat the Attorney General in Superior Court. The judge actually said that the Attorney General's title and summary was so misleading, he took it out of his hands, and the judge wrote it himself. Now, of course, the Attorney General didn't like that very much, so he's taken us to appellate court, so we have to go beat him in appellate court. And really the whole point is we just want to make sure that the people of California know that this ballot initiative is the repeal of the gas tax.
Okay, because what was said originally was that it was going to be $5 billion to improve mass transit and fix roads and bridges, but you're saying not going to fix any roads.
No, actually, 70% of the money, as we mentioned, will actually fix roads, and it will go to bridges and all of these things. It won't expand any traffic. But the problem, or it won't expand any lanes, so we'll be stuck in the same traffic. But the problem that we had is that he didn't even mention the word tax or fee, or this was the repeal of the tax or the fee. So the average Californian voter would say, I don't really know what this is. It looks like they're stopping spending money on roads, and we know we have to spend money on our roads. But what this is really about is it's about stopping this gas tax, which will start on November 1st, which will mean that every time you fill up your tank, it's an extra $2.50. And my problem is the voters of California never got a chance to decide on this. I think it really is our right as California citizens, because we pay among the highest taxes in the nation, to decide if we want our taxes to be raised or not.
But you're running out of time. If it's about, we were going to start paying this.
So Jerry Brown knows this. So as he wrote the law, there is no way to stop it from going into effect on November 1st and stopping our car registrations from going up on January 1st. There's no way to stop it. The soonest we can reverse it is in November of 2018. Because when he passed the bill, he passed it with an urgency clause. So we can't do what's called a referendum. So the only way to change this is to do a ballot initiative to repeal it. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
All right, Assemblyman Travis Allen, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you very much.
We certainly appreciate all of that insight, and we'll just have to keep watching to see what happens with this one.
And there is a website. It's nocagastax.com. So if anybody out there wants to learn more, if you want to sign the petitions, if you want us to mail petitions to your house, donate $5, we'll mail you one and postage paid return address envelope. If you want to volunteer, we'll have signatures up and down the state. So nocagastax.com.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
So much.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back.